Yikes. How did he survive this NFR 2025 wreck? It's called the most dangerous 8 seconds in sports, and for good reason. For a handful of cowboys, competing at the NFR is a shot at a gold buckle and a place in history. For others, it's the end of the ride. When you're talking about an event like the 2025 Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, the Super Bowl of the sport, you're watching the absolute best, where careers are made and champions are crowned. But sometimes, the raw power of these animals creates moments that aren't about victory, but about pure survival. An NFR wreck can happen in the blink of an eye, a chaotic explosion of muscle and mayhem that makes everyone hold their breath. This isn't just about falling off, it's about what happens in the terrifying seconds that follow. The difference between walking away and being carried out can come down to an inch, a split-second choice, or the gear you're wearing. It's a world where courage meets chaos, head on. How does anyone survive this? It's the question that rips through the Thomas and Mack Center every time a wreck like this goes down at the NFR. You've got a 1,700-pound bull, an animal bred to buck and twist, that just flipped a rider completely upside down. We're going to break down one of the most terrifying scenarios in rodeo, frame by frame. We'll show you the exact moment it can all go wrong, analyze the physics of a bone-jarring collision like this one, and uncover the critical factors that allow a cowboy to walk out of the NFR arena. This is the in-depth analysis of a ride that turned from a battle for points into a desperate fight for survival. The setup, man versus beast. Before we get into the wreck itself, you have to understand the stakes at the NFR. Picture this: you're deep in the competition at the National Finals Rodeo. The lights are blinding, the pressure is cranked to the max, and every single ride can change your destiny. The rider is a seasoned pro, known for his grit and a smooth, calculating style. He's had a great season just to make it to the NFR, but tonight, he's drawn a bull with a reputation. This isn't just any bull. He's a 1,700-pound athlete with a name that sparks a little fear in the locker room. NFR caliber bulls like this are known for their raw power and, even worse, their unpredictability. They don't just have a go-to move, they react, they seem to think, and they have a special kind of intensity. Some bulls just explode out of the chute, but the most dangerous ones mix that power with wicked agility, changing directions so suddenly it can throw off even the best riders. A bull like this might be known for a nasty combo, a hard spin right into an upward buck that'll launch a guy into the rafters. The cowboy knows what he's up against. He knows he has to stay square, keep his free arm working for balance, and try to feel out what the bull's gonna do next. But in this game, especially on the NFR stage, knowing what's coming and actually stopping it are two totally different things. The second that chute gate flies open, it's a clash of two incredible athletes. Only one gets to be in charge. The wreck, a frame-by-frame breakdown. An NFR ride like this often starts with explosive power. The bull lunges out of the chute, immediately dropping into a hard spin to the left, trying to pull the rider down into what they call the well. For a second, the rider matches him jump for jump, staying centered, his body in perfect rhythm with the animal. It looks like it's shaping up to be a classic, high-scoring NFR ride. But then, it happens. This is the critical moment where it all goes wrong. The first mistake is often so small you'd miss it in real time. As the bull finishes a spin, the rider's weight might shift just a fraction of an inch too far to the outside. He's trying to correct, to get back over the bull's spine, but the bull feels that shift instantly. In an incredible display of athleticism, the animal does the last thing the rider expects. He might stop his spin cold, plant his back feet, and reverse direction with a violent upward explosion. The change is so sudden, it's like a car crash. The rider's body is thrown forward, and his riding hand, wrapped tight in that bull rope, gets pulled down and forward. This is where the situation turns from a simple buck-off into a potentially catastrophic wreck. That rope is now a huge liability. Instead of giving him control, it's become an anchor, yanking him down and trapping him on the side of a furious 1,700-pound beast. Now, we're in the most dangerous phase. With his hand caught in the rope, the rider is pulled down, directly into the path of the bull's head and horns. In slow motion, you'd see the bull's head whip up and make direct contact with the rider's upper body. This isn't a little bump. It's a moment of immense force hitting a small area. An impact like that can be so severe that it flips the rider completely upside down, legs to the sky, head and torso somewhere underneath the bull. This is the position that makes your heart stop. He's now completely helpless, caught between the hard-packed NFR arena dirt and the trampling hooves of the bull. The bull, still bucking and spinning, has no idea the rider is trapped there. Every step, every kick is a potential killing blow. It's absolute chaos, and survival is measured in inches and milliseconds. The analysis: why it was so dangerous. Let's dig into the mechanics of what makes a wreck at the NFR so life-threatening. You usually have three key factors creating a perfect storm of danger. First, the rope. That bull rope, the rider's only link to the bull, can become his worst enemy. When a rider's hand gets hung up, he's tied on, meaning he can't get away. He's just a passenger on a ride he can no longer control, getting dragged and slammed with every move the bull makes. Being hung up is one of the most feared things in bull riding because it takes away a rider's ability to protect himself. Second, the impact zone. In a wreck this bad, the contact isn't just with the bull's side, it's with the head and horns. A bull's horns aren't just for decoration, they're weapons, and the animal uses them to throw a rider. The force generated by a bull whipping its head up is enormous, and that force gets transferred directly into the rider's body. This type of impact is known for causing serious internal injuries, collapsed lungs, and broken bones. It's the kind of hit that can end a career in an instant. Third, and maybe most critically, is the rider's position, upside down and underneath the bull. When you're in that spot, the risk of being stepped on or crushed is sky high. A 1,700-pound bull puts an incredible amount of force into each step, and when that's concentrated on a single hoof, it can be devastating. The rider's head, neck, and vital organs are completely exposed. There's nowhere to go and no way to roll clear. He is entirely at the mercy of the bull's next move and the people trying to save him. This is the moment that separates a bad wreck from a fatal one. And it's why an entire NFR arena goes dead silent. The save, how he survived. So how does any cowboy walk away from something like that at the NFR? It's never one single thing, but a combination of modern safety gear, the unbelievable guts of the NFR bullfighters, and the rider's own toughness and instinct. First, let's talk about the gear. Today's bull riders wear specialized protective vests that are straight-up marvels of engineering. These aren't just simple pads. They're made from high-density foam and layers of ballistic materials like Kevlar. When a bull's horn or head makes impact, that vest is designed to do its job: absorb and spread the force of the blow over a wider area. It's meant to prevent the kind of focused trauma that shatters bones or ruptures organs. While it can't make the force disappear, it can turn a potentially lethal hit into a survivable one. His helmet also plays a crucial role, built to protect his head from those secondary impacts as he gets thrashed around. Next, and you could argue this is the most important part, is the immediate action of the bullfighters. These guys, once called rodeo clowns, are some of the bravest athletes on the planet. Their only job is to protect the rider, and they do it by putting their own bodies on the line. The bullfighters selected for the NFR are the best in the business. As soon as they see a rider is hung up and in trouble, they spring into action. One bullfighter will often run straight for the bull's head, making himself a target to draw the animal's attention away from the downed rider. It's a selfless act of courage that buys a few precious seconds. Another bullfighter might work the other side, physically trying to get between the bull and the rider, looking for that split-second chance to free the rider's hand. Their teamwork is a blur of motion, a dance with danger. They create a triangle of protection, converging on the chaos to neutralize the threat. Their willingness to take a hit is what gives the rider the space he needs to finally get free. Finally, you can't discount the rider's own actions. Even while being flipped and dragged, you can see how his conditioning and experience kick in. He appears to instinctively try to keep his body compact and shield his head. That innate toughness, that grit all these cowboys have, allows them to absorb an incredible amount of punishment. It's a testament to their preparation and their sheer will to survive. A wreck like this is a brutal reminder of how dangerous this sport is, but it's also a showcase of incredible skill, bravery, and modern technology. What do you think is the most critical factor in surviving an NFR wreck like this? Is it the vest, the bullfighters, or the rider's own grit? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love these in-depth breakdowns of the rodeo world, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. In the end, when a rider does get up after an NFR wreck that bad, when he walks out of the arena bruised and battered, but on his own 2 feet, the crowd erupts with a roar of relief and admiration. Terrifying wrecks like this also forge NFR legends. They highlight the incredible toughness of the Cowboys and the unsung heroism of the bullfighters who have their backs. This was more than just a failed ride. It's a testament to the spirit of rodeo. It's a world where athletes face down unbelievable danger for the love of the sport, and where sometimes survival itself is the biggest win of the night. A wreck like this one from the NFR is something people will talk about for years, not just for its violence, but for the incredible story of how, against all odds, a cowboy survived.